You beating Justin Bateman.
It's a controversial one, right?
Yeah, definitely controversial. And actually, I have a question directly related to that match. And this question is addressed to you. To Shawn Walsh. Thoughts on having the worst match of Bateman's career and how he fell from main event by losing to a fucking goofball joke like you.
Man, this guy's got a point. All right, I'll give him that. He does have a point. This clown right here. But I will say this. First of all, look at all the matches I lost in the last year. I think I deserve some wins. And also,
you still have a pretty decent record.
I do. I win a lot on Battleground stuff, but I've lost, and I'm not complaining about that. But I've lost. Nice to get a win. And the thing is, Justin Bateman, if you want to say that's the worst loss of his career, you do remember he has lost to Jay Kong, right? Yeah, he did. Pretty sure Uncle Lester. Now, it's not like losing to Lester Barkley today. It's Uncle Lester from early on when he had.
And it was via a Canadian destroyer. If you take a Canadian destroyer from a super heavyweight in real life, that's your spine right there. That's your entire spinal cord.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm gonna say, if you're gonna point to a moment that Justin Bateman all of a sudden dropped out of the main event and oh my god, the worst loss of his career. He lost to Jay Kong, all right? Over a year before. It was at People Power, I think, the year before.
Yeah, it was People Power.
So, and I understand why he did, because it was for that story. So, I don't understand that. It's just another example of some people don't like me. I don't know why, but whatever. Hey, guess what? I'm the heel of this feud, so you shouldn't like that I beat Justin Bateman. I did it clean, by the way.
I mean, should be payback considering that he went on a massive rampage.
Yeah,
on you and Carroll
okay. You know what? Justin Bateman deserved to lose because of what he did to me over a year and a half before. Was that whole beatdown? Me and Carroll did nothing wrong. We were just there. It was accuracy. Go beat up accuracy. What does he do? No. He goes and kicks our asses, and we're hurt. We're like, oh, sir, please don't hurt us. And what's he do? He keeps beating us up. To this day, have given him the chance to pay for the hospital bill, and we'd be good. Still hasn't done it.
I don't even know. I watched that episode of Battleground. I just thought it was so funny because he just kept beating the holy hell out of both of you. And I just started busting out in laughter. I don't know why. That was so funny.
I got my ass kicked.
But it just was. I don't know. Transitioning from guerrilla warfare, back a little bit. Before guerrilla warfare, there started to be a little commotion in the ocean, and this is something that few people knew, right? And this is something that not most people know at all. But this is the Shawn Walsh Show. Actually, no, this is a Young's Theory, at least for this edition, and might as well address it here. There hasn't been much love between the egotistical bastards as of late.
Has there ever been love?
It's been debatable.
We win. That's what we do.
But, you have had your issues lately with one Ryan Carroll to the point where, it's possible that, a friendship has been severed in the process. What is the whole basis? Basically, what are your thoughts on the whole Ryan Carroll situation?
Alright, well now everyone's going to be now there's people in here who know about it, but there's going to be a lot of people watching who go, there's a Ryan Carroll situation? And it's going to be a huge thing, and I didn't even know, because a lot of people wouldn't know, because it's been very low-key, and since you brought it up, I will talk about it, because I told you before I had no problem talking about it.
And I already talked to Carroll in advance and let him know that this was probably going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And again, and before I say this and go on about it, I will say that this whole thing with me and Carroll, it's a thing that tomorrow he could message me, and we could be fine. Or it could be a thing that we're not. It's really a small thing while this particular thing happened, but it's so easy that it could be done tomorrow and we could be fine and we could be talking like, oh, like nothing happened. Or it could be a thing that another month can go by and we don't talk. It's been 3 weeks, I think, right? That sound about right? 3?
Close to a month.
Almost a month.
About a month.
Has it really?
Hello, active everybody.
It's been about a month. Wow.
Maybe a month and a week. I don't know.
Has it really been that long? All right. Well, it's been a while since I have talked to Ryan Carroll, and I know that's a shocker to many because he's my tag team partner. We get along very well, and me and Carroll, we've been known to over the years. Every once in a while, we have a couple arguments, and I think everyone in here has heard them. But usually, most of the time, at the most, we're like we're at each other's throats for like a week. We get added to the call within 20 minutes. We're fine. It's like whatever, and we're all joking around. But I know lately, in the last year, maybe half a year, Ryan Carroll has made some questionable life choices that I have been very against. I'm not going to say what they are because that's none of anyone else's business. And he knows that, and he sees it differently than I do. It's whatever. I see a lot of it, and I just see a lot of how in Carroll's behavior is very different from the Ryan Carroll I once knew, to where the point where I considered him my best friend on here, and even as one of my best friends in everything, in life in general. But there was he made some choices, the way he acted towards situations, his attitude towards things. It got to points where I was like, it got hard for me to deal with, just like the spiders on my wall. Got it. Yeah. But all through all that, I was fine, and eventually we'd be good. It wasn't until this particular instance about a month ago where we got into a very heated argument. And you, AJ, were there for it. It's over the smallest thing. It's over COH storylines. That's how it got started. He had a particular direction he wanted to go that he thought was right. I had a direction where I felt I had a more flexible way of doing things, and he tried to argue as to why his storyline, the way his direction. Notice I'm doing this to not spoil things. He felt his direction was the best way to go with things, and he tried to use every point as to why and everything. And me, I was like, but I think we should do this. I think I should do this. And I want to do this and this and this. But while still doing that. And he was like, no, we got to do it like this. And it was getting very heated. It got to a point where things were said like, oh, well, it doesn't matter what I want. It matters what you want, because that's how it is, how it's always been. It's always been like, whatever Sako wants is never what Carroll wants, so you do whatever you want anyway. I wanted to do other things. I wanted to do what he wanted to do too, and when I was going to give in to what he wanted to do, and I was like, fine, because I never disagreed with what he wanted to do. I was fine with it. But I had other ideas. And when I had talked to him, I was like, all right, we'll do that. We'll go your way with it. And I said it as, I'm only going to do it, but if we do it like the best. And he took offense to that. And he was like, I've always wanted to do this. And he was all like, all right, fine, whatever, do whatever you want. He also said some things about, and I'll bring this person to light, that I wouldn't do the same for him that I would do for, say, Andrew, my Fiskin bastard. he's claimed that I do things for him just because of just to help him, just so Andrew doesn't have to do it, and maybe because he claimed that Andrew was scared to do so, and I'm just doing that just for that fact, and that's why I'm not doing what is the best, particularly for me or for him, but what's particularly the best to help Andrew. And I did not agree with that, and I told him I'd do the same for you. And he was like, "No, you want to do the same thing for me. You do everything for him, but you wouldn't do that for me." And from that, and AJ knows because after Carol left, I vented to AJ about that whole thing. That whole comment got me very heated. I do not agree with that at all, and I do not like that he took that approach, because the way I see it is, I have done nothing but have his back for the last however many years. He's gotten himself into so much trouble just by opening up his mouth. And the person who gets him out of that trouble is me. You can ask anyone that's had to work with us. You can ask Travis. I know Travis has heard it a ton of times, where Carol sometimes gets a little out of control. He opens his mouth and says what he shouldn't say, and I'm going to try to fix things for him. Now, it doesn't benefit me, it benefits him. And in all this stuff, whenever things are going on with him, even at times early just a couple months ago, when me and him weren't exactly getting as long as we used to, when things were going on with, like, in Skype calls where stuff was being brought up that he didn't want brought up, I went and I was still like, I was on his side and I defended him, because that's what I should do. That's what makes sense. I didn't give any second thought about it. But I don't do the same for him. I wouldn't have his back. I would always do that for Andrew. And me, I'm offended by that, because I feel as if I do the best that is for everyone, no matter what. Whether it be Andrew, whether it be Carol, whether it be AJ, Adam, whoever. And I'm just using you guys' names as examples. And I do it just because you guys are my friends. That's all I need. I don't need any other reason to do what I do to help you guys out. Not because you need the help, just because maybe me saying something, maybe doing something will just further help you guys later. And if I get the credit for it, that's fine. I don't care if I get credit for it. I don't really care. I did a thing for AJ. I pitched an idea. I'm not going to say what it is to someone. I didn't tell AJ that I did it until about a month after I did it. Why? Because I don't care about the credit. I just do things just to help people out. And the fact that him, of all people, thinks that I wouldn't do the same for him, it's a slap in the face to me, and it's a slap in the face to this whole friendship. And the fact that of all this time, he won't get off of his ass because he's too stubborn to go message me. It has to be me that has to do it. Like, with this whole time that's been, I have to do everything. He won't go message me or join a call when I've given chance for him to join the call. And because, I know what's going to happen. Or, no, I changed my mind. He won't join to try to fix things. That's his own fault. And if he expects me, because I have the beef, to go message him, sadly fucking mistaken. Because I'm not going to do that. I've had enough. If he wants to end this, he can. I've made it quite clear. He could. But apparently, he doesn't want to do so. So, that's up to him.
Well, that kind of took an unexpected turn.
But it'd be nice when tag team tells. That'd be cool.
Speaking of tag teams, and ironically speaking of Ryan Carroll, there was another question that was asked, and it goes like this, and I quote,
this is going to be
to
fun.
Shawn Walsh. Why is Ego's gimmick so stale? Why are they generic heels? Why did Jay leave the team when he was the only good thing on it?
Hey, wait. Say that again.
Okay, and I'll quote, why is Ego's gimmick so stale? Why are they generic heels? Why did Jay leave the team when he was the only thing good on it?
Oh, okay. Well, Jay was very good. And Jay left because Jay went to pursue things singles because he took the Egotistical Bastards and he really added on to his character with the ego, and now it was always meant to be a temporary thing. It wasn't meant to be like it wasn't always meant to be like very, very long term. And now Jay's doing stuff on his own, and I think it's awesome what he's doing now. It was his feud with Fist that's getting started up. I think it's awesome. I think it's one of the best parts of Battleground. And I know this this last Battleground is my favorite thing on that episode. That Jay's promo and the Fist return thing, I thought that was great. In regards to us being like untalented and like whatever, that's funny. I guess because this one person, I'm guessing they're anonymous too.
Yes, they are.
Surprise, surprise. I guess because this one person thinks so that, Jay was the only good thing about the Bastards, and me and Carol, we're so bad. We suck. Which is funny because there's been a lot of people in COH that praise us, that like us, and you don't exactly get handed 11 tag team titles just for sucking and being bad. So explain that. I mean, blame the owners for putting us over. We just do our promos.
It's funny you mention owners and putting over, because there's a few questions relating to that, too. To Shawn Walsh, thoughts on how the only way you can get a push is running a shit podcast and actually earning it?
Alright, guys. Gigs up. I'm going to expose my secret. The only reason I've done the Shawn Walsh Show is to get a push in COH. You got it? Got it out of me. The Shawn Walsh Show has just been a ploy, just so I could get a couple wins on the Slam, maybe a win over Justin Bieber. You got me. The secret's out. It's the only reason I've done this.
Fucking wow.
That's
the biggest fucking swerve ever heard.
The biggest swerve.
Nothing's real anymore.
I'm the biggest politicker in the business.
Politician, damn it. You can't be a politician without good grammar.
That's it. I'm hanging myself on a bull effect. Bye.
Wait, but this isn't the Shawn Walsh Show. This is the Young's Theory.
I don't care.
Oh yeah. Now, back to reality. Yeah, that's not why I got the push. I got the push because worked my ass off and I deserve it. The Shawn Walsh Show has nothing to do with my push. So that's not why I did the show. Didn't do the show to get a push. Did the show so people can come on and they could talk about whatever. Talk about Call Wrestling. Because I like talking about Call Wrestling. So it didn't work. And explain to me this. How come it was to get a push in COH, yet in quite a few episodes isn't always the most positive things about COH? I remember the very early episodes were actually quite critical of COH. If anything, if that was my plan to get a push in COH, I failed miserably.
More like a push out the door.
Yeah.
What's out of a window?
Windows and ECF. Alright, but yeah. What else? This is interesting. What else do the kids got to say?
I have a couple more things regarding that. Let's see. What else is there? Thoughts on you only getting pushes because how close you are than your shit talent?
How close I am? I guess that's in regards to how close I am with, I guess, being friends with the owner, right?
You got asked a lot of troll questions
figured
after
so.
It was revealed that you met up with Travis and everybody else.
See, it's funny. There's some people who have this belief that if you meet up with someone, whether it be, and it's always with COH. Like, for some reason, everyone has this big issue with COH. Like, if you meet up with Travis or you meet up with someone who's the elite or in the circle jerkers, those
circle fuckers.
Yeah, circle fuckers. I think they're called now. Some interesting terms that people use. Apparently, if you go and meet Travis, or you go in and meet someone higher up, you're politicking. That's the only reason you won this. You know, I can tell you right now, my plans did not change because I met Travis. Did not change because I met Steve or Alex. You know, we met up. It wasn't like, oh, great, I'm finally gonna win some matches. I'm gonna get a push because it's fun. And oh shit. Why is it such a crime that I go and for Travis's before Travis, if I happen to be in Orlando the same time as Steve and Alex are, why wouldn't we go and meet? That seems silly. It has nothing to do with a push, and even beyond that, why wouldn't if I'm looking to go hang out with some friends? Why wouldn't I go and meet Travis when Travis lives 45 minutes from me? I don't. Come on, people. There's idea. Oh my God, you met the owner. You got to push. Well, I guarantee you, whoever you are, even if you met Travis, you probably wouldn't get a push. I mean, whatever, Garnet. I mean, Anonymous.
I'd push him off a cliff.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Hey, Anonymous, join us.
I fell off a cliff.
He did.
There's actually one more question related to pushes and whatever the case is.
I like pushing people.
I mean, there's more troll questions, obviously, but this is one specifically related to COH. So, Shawn, let us guess. Due to your bullshit and getting things without earning them, you're winning Tag Team Warfare and I'm assuming he meant getting the belts for no fucking reason.
Well, I don't know. I won't know until I go to that arena and compete on Slam and see how far I get in the tournament. I can't predict the future. You know, if I don't even know who we're facing for. Aren't we facing Dude Pride? So we're facing someone. I don't know. So if we can make it past Dude Pride, which I mean, I think we may. I mean, we've beaten Dude Pride before, so. We might. Yeah, we are facing Dude Pride. So hopefully we can do that. And if we can do that, cross my fingers, maybe we can make it past whoever wins those Amazing Patriots and Scott and EW. That would be nice. But I don't know. Maybe we'll win. There's a lot of great tag teams in this tournament. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I mean, with Tag Team Warfare and getting the troll questions, at least from the COH category, off my back, pretty much off my back. Getting that taken care of, out of the way, whatever the term is you want to use. I'm kind of getting mixed up in my words here. But, I actually wanted to backtrack a little bit because there's one place that you were at between, AWF, obviously, and COH, and I can't believe, this was mentioned earlier, but I didn't bring this up. CWS.
Yes.
You actually had quite the run there.
I did.
You have a pinfall victory over the world champion at the time, Sapsis. I believe that was a handicap match. That
was me and Ryan Carroll against. This is actually before we formed the Nation of Segregation, right before it.
Yeah, 'cause, I remember, how I wanted it to be, I had, such a different vision as to, who was gonna be in my, basically, NWO/corporation of CWS. I wanted,
the Inner Circle.
I wanted Carol as, basically, the Buff Bagwell of the Inner Circle, as ironic as that sounds, Carol being buff anything. I know, trust me. I wanted you in there as basically my ace, probably my Scott Steiner, and it was kind of being built towards that. And didn't the Sexual Vanilla thing kind of form there?
No.
Oh, then oh no, never mind. That was the chick kick video.
Yeah, that wasn't in CWS. I didn't do that in CWS. In CWS, I came in. I was a corporate kiss ass, and I was kissing your ass, and in the Inner Circle's ass, because I was trying to petition myself to join the Inner Circle. So I was back in the Inner Circle, and And whoever they were at odds with, I would be against, whether it be Sabsis was originally, so I was like, I was taking shots at Travis, and I was saying all these things, which is funny because in that 20-man gauntlet, he beat me in about 20 seconds, if that. What a debut. And then I would still, kiss an ass, like maybe I'll get in, maybe whatever, and didn't quite happen. I eventually, and reluctantly, I didn't want to at first, but I warmed up to it, formed a tag team with Ryan Carroll, where we were a racist tag team, which we had the absolute best theme song in call.
Song of the South, sweet potato pie, and I shut my mouth. Gone to win.
It's a beautiful song.
You sound like Reggie's mother.
Please never sing again. Please. That's why the song is against black people.
See, and we became a racist tag team, which I didn't want to do. Now, Carroll didn't want to be a racist gimmick, and he made that clear in his podcast. I didn't want to. I didn't want to be a racist because I'm not racist, and also I didn't want to team with Carroll, which is funny because we've teamed up so much over the years, but I didn't want to team up with him. I was like, I don't want to do tag teams. I had the mentality that everyone has in call, and they're like, I'm going to be this, like, great, like, just generic cocky heel, and I'm gonna, like, hopefully get a U.S. title, maybe one day make my way up to Money in the Bank or win the world title or something, and I'm just going to be, like, I'm just gonna be cocky heel number 3, and I wanted to do that, and and Carroll was trying. Like, Carroll really wanted me to be his tag team partner, and I told him no, and eventually it was just like, oh, this is gonna happen. And I was like, fine, I'm going to give in because it gave me some direction. Which is weird because then once I turned, I all of a sudden was against you guys because you guys are black. So, I don't know if you guys knew. And all of a sudden I had to be like, the story was that, like, Carroll convinced me you were, like, fooling me and all this kinds of stuff. And whatnot, and I hate black people now, and all this kinds of stuff, and it's time for the white man, and then my hair was blonde because the whole story was like, oh, well, we got to do something to you.
Aryan pride.
Yeah, like, and they're like, oh, we want to shave your head, and I'm like, I'm not shaving my head. I'm not losing my hair. I was very against that. So they're like, oh, we'll make it blonde. And I eventually settled for that, which is really weird and I think at one point a buzz cut was offered and I didn't want to do that.
You had that in FTC, didn't you?
Yeah. But it's funny that, cause I was like, I refused to have it, but in real life now, for like the last year, about like 60% of the year, I have a buzz cut. So, it's weird that, like, back then I was so against it, but now, like, that's actually what my hairstyle is. So, but yeah, and I did that, and that was pretty shitty. Oh, I hated my attire. I hated having the blonde eyebrows and facial hair and hair.
Just whip power?
Yeah, whip power. Oh. This was so bad. I like the call, but I misspelled it. It's whatever. I wish some things would have went differently. We did win the CWS Tag Team titles though, which was cool. We beat Benoit. That's an incredible accomplishment. Not many people can say that. He had that one death match back in 2007.
Daniel sure can't say he beat Benoit.
He tried.
Anyway.
He tried, but it didn't work.
It's weird because, like, you beat Jay for your first titles and you won your last titles with Jay. Everything comes full circle.
Exactly. See, one thing you will always notice when it comes to the egotistical bastards is somewhere, somehow, Jay and AJ will always somehow be part of our things wherever we go. Whether it be we're on the same page or we're at each other's throats. Whether it be in COH or in CWS or in AWF or in DZW, our characters are always connected in some kind of way.
That's actually a fair point to make.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, CWS, I mean, you had the ups and downs of your run, obviously. And I think that, had it not been for you, Ryan Carroll's racist gimmick would have turned out a lot worse. Because you saw the beginning results of it. And there's no secret that, after that one promo, I was ready to get rid of him. And, I was begging Nate to get rid of Ryan Carroll.
Yeah, Ryan Carroll, and it's funny, if people, now people are not going to be surprised by this because of what I said earlier, but, Ryan Carroll has never been too savvy when it comes to promos. Carroll's he's gotten better over the years, kind of, but he still hasn't really broken out when it comes to his promos. But I mean, I'm not going to say that he's always been complete shit, because that's one thing I will give him, and I've always given him, is that when Carroll really tries, his promos can be decent, but Carroll a lot of times just is not as gifted on the microphone as, say, me or others. And also, too, he gets lazy, and sometimes he gets to a point where he doesn't care and he just doesn't try, which is so evident in some of his promos. And when it came to his CWS promos, it wasn't that he just didn't. Part of it was that he didn't care because he didn't like the gimmick, but also because he just wasn't that good, which is strange because Carroll can, he has a lot to say in a Skype call, but when you hit the record button, he can't find the right words, and it doesn't sound like him. It doesn't sound natural. And I think that putting me with him, it really helped. It really helped because then I could do the promos, and he also had a lot of heat, which I think helps me.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, I think that nowadays the heat has transitioned from Carroll to you.
Yeah, it's funny how things go.
But nonetheless, I mean, CWS was the foundation of you and Carroll as a tag team. Was it?
Shit.
Bless you. What was it? What it started out as a pairing that you were reluctant on, Carroll was adamant on, and it was, let's throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks. Ended up becoming, a huge part of COH, and as you said, the best thing that you've done. And, going from there, you made your mark in CWS. You made your mark in COH. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, I brought this up on my podcast, or at least the one that I was a guest on, that there were plans to break you and Carroll up, and I was supposed to give you this, huge mega push next season. I pitched the idea to Nate. He was all for it because, with the era of the Neith Hinton and the Benzino era being kind of gone and being phased out, especially on Neith Hinton's part, because he was still prominent. Benzino was already kind of phased out, but Hinton was still prominent. It was going to become the era of the new guys the next season, and as you can see, it's already taken that step with Von Hollywood as champion. But hey, you were in line for a megastar push. You're basically going to become what Austin Aries was to ROH in 2009 after he ditched the dark brooding gimmick and became more of a ladies man rock star type persona. That was supposed to be you. Unfortunately, for obvious reasons, that didn't come to fruition.
Right.
But nonetheless, you still made your mark in other places. You went on to DZW with Carroll, and your tenure in DZW has been relatively short, but you made an immediate mark. The first CPV, you guys attacked Shawn Stevens when you guys were under the mask at the time, and you ended up main eventing the next CPV.
We did.
Not under your names. You guys were just the masked attackers at the time, and I had nothing. I had nothing else for AJ Young at the time because he was like general manager slash. No, I think like it was portrayed that he was the owner at the time, or he had some high authority position. I don't really remember, but like the big thing was going to be, you know, whether he gets fired or not. Travis Killings was wrapped up in his storyline with Kobe Vincent, and Shawn Stevens had his own issues to take care of with the Mass Attackers. So Adrian was phased out. You guys were put into the main event, and then, you know, you guys were gone for a while. Maybe like I think I think the difference from Pandemonium to I'm not even bringing up the right show. Awaken to Undeniable was maybe like, what, 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, probably 3 weeks. And you guys pop up, cost Shawn Stevens the DZW Championship, and next episode you guys are winning the DZW Tag Titles. You know, from, you know, what you've seen in DZW thus far, it's weird asking questions about my own Fed, but, you know, what do you think of your progress thus far in DZW?
I like what I've done in DZW. I like it because it's different, like, and I've taken pride in everywhere. Me and Carol have taken pride in the fact that everywhere we've gone, we've done something different with us. We've changed the names. Like everywhere we've been, we haven't used the egotistical bastard name. Like that's the most common name, but we've changed it. Whether it be we're FTC censorship, whether it be we're the nation segregation, or whether it be in DZW we're the American-made villains. And then it's not just a name change; it's also a gimmick change. And the change in DZW, it's not like it's a dramatic change as like FTC. Oh, now we're in censorship gimmick and we just wear suits. The gimmick in DZW is we're a more serious version of the egotistical bastards. And I really like it because I really like the promo work. I like the stuff that I have had to do with it. I like making the name of the group have some kind of meaning. Like I like it. The whole thing is that we know we're villains. We're the bad guys, but we show bad guys don't always lose. In fact, in this case, the bad guys win. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. And we don't sugarcoat it. Like we say we're attacking Shawn Stevens because he's a top guy. Why wouldn't we attack him? And we work with AJ Young. Now, besides the little bit that I did with it was AJ in CWS, and AJ wanted to have Carroll be part of the Inner Circle earlier on. This is the first time that me and Carroll have been aligned fully with AJ. It's weird to think that, but this is the case. And in DZW, that we're aligned with AJ Young, and it makes so much sense. Like from a reality standpoint, like AJ's got to go find two people to go do his dirty work. Well, it makes perfect sense that he'd go get me and Carol, and I enjoy it so much. I think it's a shame that more people don't know or don't talk about it as much, shall we say, compared to our other work. Like, while I love our other work and the comedy that we've done, I really like this. I think this is some of our underrated work, at least for me.
I mean, like, I don't know, being underrated is something like I kind of appreciate, because like the fact that I'm not being talked about as much, like I kind of slide under the radar, and I actually like that, because with like being able to slide under the radar, people aren't as critical.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, the drawback is that people aren't as vocal.
Right.
Like I don't see like 10 comments on a video. Like I look at COH's comments that they get on the video, and my comments doesn't even compare.
Exactly.
Because I'll have like on a good day maybe 3, and COH like on a bad day would have like 7 at least. Yeah. But it just gives me, more like energy and like more like fuel. I don't know the right word.
I get it. Yeah.
Like it energizes me to put out shows to like get on that radar. It's like, this is why you should watch DCW, because everything that, other shows do, I mean, there may be, like, a line of, similarity, or, like, somewhat parallelism, but there's also, like, a little tweak, like, the tiniest tweak that can spark something completely different. Because in other shows, you're the talker. I mean, it's still the same case here, but you're the talker. Carol's the,
I've always been the talker.
Powerhouse and whatnot. But you guys have been, like, more, like, on the lighthearted side of being heels. You guys have been, like, cocky, arrogant heels. In DZW, you're the mastermind veteran, and Carol's a killing machine.
Exactly. And it works perfectly. I like it. One thing I do like for my promos, and it works because the show is called Danger Zone Wrestling. And I love this because whenever I do something and it's supposed to explain why did I do this and all, and if I explain, why is this happening? This is so, like, this is a bad thing you did. And I like using, like, this is the danger zone. Like, this is what this show's all about. That's all I have to use to defend it, and I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely works. And, fast forward to now, the announcement was made on the DZW Facebook page, which you should all go to. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug? What, Sheamus is here? What?
Shameless plug, asshole. But I did announce that Carol would be, quote unquote, out of action with a herniated disc.
It's unfortunate.
And, I mean, that all I made here is to mask, the real life tension that you guys have. But,
And it's his fault for getting hurt.
Oh my god.
I don't like people who get hurt.
Oh, okay, Chris Jericho.
Holding me back.
But, I mean, there's a lot of questions as far as the future between you and Carol, and I really didn't want, like, you guys to have to work with each other if I knew for a fact there was going to be a problem. So, rather than, like, stretch out the process, I said that, it works to just do it now, especially with what happened on the last episode. So, might as well stop beating a dead horse and just,
You gotta stop beating that horse. It's had enough.
I mean, kill the horse while it's still alive, put it that way.
I mean, if you're gonna kill it, go ahead. I mean, probably deserves it.
Oh, Lord. We here at the Young Series do not support animal cruelty, but we're getting off topic. But, that's basically wraps up DCW. It's been a short tenure thus far, but, I do look forward to...
Much more to come.
Yeah, there's definitely much more to come. I do have a few announcements to make about the future of DCW, but that's in the future.
Get his own network.
And we're going to make our way to ECF.
Oh, this is fun. Oh, okay.
ECF, I mean, this started out as a show, like, if you want to talk about underrated, ECF has been, like, out of every show that, we currently watch, whether it's ECF, COH, DZW, AWF, NJCW, ECF has been the one that's been furthest under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
And it really hasn't had that chance to shine yet. And I feel that you have been the main catalyst for change in ECF, not only as the ECF champion, but also behind the scenes working with Andrew directly to try and make, changes for the better to the show.
Alright, first of all, I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to bring this up. Alright, I want you haters, alright? I'm going to give you guys material right now, alright? So, please do this. I know we don't get along very well, but, we can work together for this one moment. I want you to go on Ask FM, okay? I want you to go to Andrew's Ask FM. You can go on anonymous, I don't care. And go send him questions. And I want you to blame him for the fact that he gave his friends the championships.
Asshole.
Me as world champion, Bad News Carol's internet champion.
They will, too.
And Corey Chambers had the belt before, too. It's funny.
And I was undefeated.
Longest reigning internet champ, undefeated.
BT Dubs.
Scoop Slammer through the table, Canyon Phoenix is the hardcore champion.
Which I still have a regret against you.
It's the meanest slam in the business. And then AJ and Jay as Rush Hour are the tag team champions. Also, Fisk is what about you going? You're going to Intercontinental title or the U.S.?
I see.
Yeah, okay. That's right. See, I remember. So all of his friends are champions. I mean, hey, people want to get on my case for politics. Look at this guy over here. Huh. So, yeah, go do me a favor. Go do that. That'd be cool. All right.
Hey, Nitro's not champ.
Yet. Don't be surprised if he wins it soon. ECF. Click running wild.
Nitro's gonna win the title from you, Shako.
Yeah, okay. Nobody win that title from me, because I am the world champ. Okay. Now, ECF, I'll say first quickly from an on-character standpoint, and I'll get to the out-of-character, like, the behind-the-scenes stuff from, like, what the character I portray as Sean Riley, which is awesome. I talked about it when I was interviewing Andrew, how I love it because it's a different character. Sean Riley is the different person from Shawn Walsh. Shawn Walsh is pun intended. He's an egotistical bastard. He's very cocky. He's very arrogant. Even as a face, he's very full of himself. He doesn't really mind how he gets the job done. If he's got to cheat, he's got to cheat. He can sometimes be a bit annoying, but he doesn't care, and he finds stupid shit funny, and he clowns around, and he doesn't take too much of life too seriously. Sean Riley, on the other hand, is he's a good guy. He's super face. He's kind of like John Cena, but better. He puts people over. He has respect. He has a lot of respect for people. But he's not very cocky. He's successful, but he doesn't like to give too much credit to himself, and he likes to do things for the fans. And I like it because it's different from what I've been doing in other shows. I like doing different things, and I like doing the whole Sean Riley thing, and I think it's worked out pretty well. I'm the world champ, so I think it's been pretty successful. I think this feud that I've had with Sean Riley against the Amazing AJ has been really good. And it's been one of the parts of ECF that has, I think, that has made it better overall for the company. I'm not even saying just like me winning the belt. I'm just saying that feud. That's just one of the parts. Now, in regards, that's just whatever. The champ is here. Woo! Wait till you see my promo on Death Row. Oh, it's beautiful. In regards to the behind-the-scenes stuff, yeah, I mean, I've had a hand in helping out, but I don't want to give myself all the credit because that wouldn't be fair. I think credit definitely deserves to go to Andrew because it's always been there for him. It's just I just helped out with the little things, and you shouldn't do that. Maybe you should change this. There's still at the core, it's what he wanted to do, and some of the things it's in his head. It's just getting it out. I wish I had that when I was starting with AWF. I had a couple people who like said some things, but a lot of times I just put the stuff out there, and no one was like, "All right, this is what you should have done," and then let me think about it. One thing with Andrew is it's there. You know, all you gotta do is talk to him, and he has it. He has the ideas in his head, and they're getting better. And you can see that in these last couple episodes, how they've been better. They've been the best that ECF has put out. It's, you know, I can't do everything for him, and I don't do that. It's just polishing it up, and I think that's what I've done. I've just polished it up a little bit. It's still Andrew, so I can't take credit.
Because like in our booking meetings, I throw most of the shit at you, and you will either like give suggestions or
exactly
stuff like that. You've come up with some stuff, but in the main thing, it's still really me. You're just helping out.
Exactly, and see, I do that for two reasons. One, I do that because I'm there to help. I'm there to, you know, give ideas. You have your story. I'll add my little, you know, Mick Foley tweaks to it. or I'll say if this is good or bad, and whatever. And sometimes I'll offer, well, maybe you should do this, and this is an idea I have. I think you should do. And also too, if I were to go to these booking meetings and were to go, all right, Andrew, this is what we're going to do. He's going to win this. He's going to do that. Blah 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 blah. This was going to happen. Andrew was like, okay, yeah, this is what we're going to do. Tell me right there, what has Andrew learned from that? Absolutely nothing. If I go and I listen to everything Andrew has to say and every idea Andrew has and tell him what's good and tell him what's bad, give a little suggestion as to what to do, and then Andrew sees that and he realizes, oh, I understand that. That helps Andrew come up with better ideas for himself. So where Andrew, in general, just has better ideas. I'm not there. I'm there to help. I'm not there to just do the show for him. I help, and it helps Andrew learn. That's why I do it. I think it's worked out. I don't know. Well, Andrew, you think it's worked out?
Mm-hmm.
See, Andrew, I think we're all in consensus here. So but you guys should check out ECF though. It's pretty cool. Plus, I'm the champ. Cool gig.
Hey, well, you're not the only one, bucko.
I'm the world champ though. So.
And I'm the world tag team champ.
And I'm the world hardcore champ.
I'm the world heavyweight champ.
I also do double duty.
I'm the world heavyweight tag team champ.
I was champion before all of you, so go fuck yourself.
I went on last.
I
work in a tandem.
I'm undefeated.
I have face paint.
Okay, Finn Balor.
Fuck up, it's a tribute!
I have 28 dislikes.
I do have that.
So, we've pretty much covered almost everything. We've covered AWF, we've covered COH, we've covered DZW, we've covered ECF, we've covered CWS.
I will say this too. I'm going to throw this out there. The commentary in ECF, I will say, it is better, and as Andrew has gotten better himself, and also Damon Affleck, I will say this, funny as all hell. Love Damon Affleck's commentary.
Just any character that Adam uses on commentary in any show is guaranteed to be a laugh, right? So yeah, I guess we can cover NJCW. Anything you want to add about NJCW?
Well, NJCW is yet another company that has, for some reason, decided we're going to trust this guy and put him in Power because I find it so funny. A couple shows have put me in Power, whether it be GCW, AWF. Well, yeah, AWF because I was in Power. And then I don't want to spoil it if it's gonna still happen.
My show.
That's not that. Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about.
I know, but like that's another show you're in Power.
Yeah. But yeah, in ECF, Shawn Walsh is the GM of Crossfire, and then I think alright, I'm just gonna say I'll apologize later. FSW. I'm not sure if that spoiled it. I'm sorry if it did.
Who gives a shit about that show?
Okay. But yeah, a lot of companies have put me in positions of power, and usually, actually all the time, every time I'm in this power, I'm always the heel authority figure, as I should be. I'm the heel authority figure who becomes very tyrant, and at one point abuses my power, and eventually has to get removed of power due to some kind of match or some kind of storyline. In GCW, I was the general manager, and I got out of control, and I fought TyQ, and TyQ beat me, and I got banned from GCW.
You quit.
We don't talk about that. In AWF. Now, AWF is a little bit different because of the story, but I lost that power. FSW, I have the power.
Well, you didn't have the power yet. You were going to.
Yeah, I was going to. And I would have held it forever. Probably not, but I can dream.
Shit, I don't know what I had fucking planned after that.
And then NJCW, I have power, and I'm the tyrant. I have all this power. I have my own group, which is awesome. I like having my own group, because then people do what I want. I have Andrew on commentary who kisses my ass. It was wonderful. It's cool, but NJCW has done what other shows do, and I get this power, and it's always like, why do you trust this guy? Like, you would think after a while, like, this guy tends to get power and abuse it, and then we have to find a way to get rid of him. Why do we keep trusting him? But don't be surprised. And whatever happens with NJCW, I think I'll be there forever. But I don't know. I don't see how they can outsmart me. And in ECF, I got the power there, so I'm sure they'll soon see that, like, this Shawn Walsh guy, he's a baddie, Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll turn a new leaf. You never know. But yeah, I really enjoy the stuff in NJCW. It's different, and I like that. That's one thing I like about a lot of things with just Call in general. I like things that are different. NJCW is different. So,
although it has committed the ultimate sin in Call wrestling,
which is
do Call webcam videos.
I was young!
That's no excuse! I waited years to get my capture device only to see you posting videos recording with your rubbish quality camera.
I didn't know.
And daring to call it a call show.
I didn't know.
How dare you? You're a disgrace.
AJ, the only reason why you never did your show on camera is because around that time when you had that idea, you sounded like a girl.
You know what?
Oh! You just got burnt, you nigger!
There we go. There we go. There's another N-bomb.
Oh.
You
That's
told
wonderful.
me. You told me.
Alright. Wait. Well, while this is fun.
Okay, we do have to, wrap up at some point.
At some point sooner or later, Gun's gonna cut you down.
Anyway, not trying to be, this TNA revolution, but, there has been a lot of controversy specifically regarding you as of late. For whatever reason, ever since that whole Ray Geddes thing, it started with Ray Geddes, or that whole Lester Barkley award thing.
Oh, yeah.
It just snowballed into full-out hatred.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, my hatred, some people's displeasure with me, it originated, because when I first started doing the Shawn Walsh Show, for the majority, was like, no one had an issue with it, and it wasn't until the whole COH awards thing where, that started to get some hate towards me and Carroll, but specifically me, because I had an issue. I was very vocal in the fact that I did not think that Lester Barkley should be Breakout Star of the Year, and I still stand by that. I think if you're going to have an award for Breakout Star and the Patriot, who went on to become COH World Champion, is a contender, I'm sorry, but the Patriot should win that award. Not Lester Barkley. And in regards,
kind of like how he didn't deserve to win Rookie of the Year either. But that's none of my business.
He didn't. And
that year he kind of manipulated the system, though. At least this year was fair.
And in regards to Rookie of the Year, I felt that Stephon Guerrero should not be Rookie of the Year. And again, just like the last one, I was very vocal in that. I spoke my displeasure of it, and some people didn't like that. And just as much as people have their rights to their opinions, I have mine. Like, I saw the polls. I saw Stephon was winning. I saw it. But Nitro and Fisk are on here. I felt Nitro should have won, and if the only person I could have beaten Nitro was Fisk, and the fact that he wasn't, I was very unhappy with that, and I spoke about it in the comments. And to some people, they didn't like that. They're like, oh, why is he so hateful? Oh, he's getting so upset over a call award. And I've talked about it, like, it's not just because, like, oh, I take call too seriously or whatever. It's just I feel the right people should get the credits. And it's not even a complete knock at Sonny or Stefan. That's just, I feel the people who should win. And I felt some of the things were absolutely ridiculous. Like, there was some, like, for Rookie of the, I think it was for Rookie of the Year, like, David Rivera had, like, 3 votes or whatever. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's not a diss at David Rivera, but I'm like, for fuck's sakes, what is this? And then I saw the people who voted for him, like, it was just friends of his. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is ridiculous. Some of the shit on some of those awards, and that's why I hate call awards, because a lot of people will vote for their friends, and you could argue, oh, what is that the same thing with Nitro and Fisk? It's not the same case, because I can honestly say that I voted for them because they did the best work.
Like, you can make legitimate cases for them. Like, what case could people make for a David Rivera being Rookie of the Year? I mean, like, again, that's not a shot at David Rivera, but, like, over people like Ultimate Nitro and Fisk.
And the
what
thing
does
is,
David Rivera have?
Exactly. And the thing is, too, what about a guy who isn't my friend? Like, the Patriot. Patriot is not my friend. He took tag team titles from me. We've never gotten along. And I thought he should have won because he won the world title over Sonny, who didn't win a single title.
I thought that breakout side of the year, once I saw Patriot on the poll, I mean, like, I was one of the options. I thought, oh, it's a no-brainer, Patriots winning this. And all of a sudden, I see, like, the votes shoot up for Lexer Barkley right out of the bat. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah. It's whatever. I mean, and that's not it. Just Sonny, me and Sonny are fine. We're cool. But, oh, man. I gotta watch what I say. If I say something, this whole thing from months ago is gonna become a thing again. I'd rather not.
But, I mean, from, that whole thing alone, it transitioned into, like, troll comments on Ask FM. Like, I can read some of these right now. Like, some of these get a little OD after a while. It's like, thoughts on looking like a cancer patient. Wait, that's an insult to cancer patient. Why don't you make like your mother and leave? Why you got beef with people? I don't know if that one's for me, because that last one wasn't specifically addressed to you. I'm just kind of reading because no one, like, specifically addressed it.
Doesn't everyone have beef with people? Like, what the... Like, I mean, very rarely... Like, the only person who maybe doesn't have any beef is, like, Goonie. But, like, a lot of people have beef with people. That's a dumb question. Why do you have beef with people? Because you don't... Whether it's for you or for me. Because I don't like them. That's why. So, it's a dumb question. And for people who are, like... Who send these questions and they do it and they put insults. And I've gotten a plethora of things. Oh, I look like a cancer patient. They've wished cancer on me. Which it's like, really, like, I wouldn't even say it is a joke to, like, no, like, you don't say that as a joke, but, like, I wouldn't even go to, like, the people who I don't like. Like, I've talked about people I don't like on here. I wouldn't go and message them that, because that's incredibly inappropriate, and I could not look at myself in the mirror the same way saying that same thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. Just because you have some vendetta against me because I don't know, maybe it's because I have a couple of opinions you don't agree with, maybe it's because when I'm talking about Ray, I didn't say Ray should win everything in life. And this is not to say this is from a Ray Gaddis fan. I don't think it is, but I'm just using that because one of the things that a couple of fans have gone a little out of hand. Whether it be because you think that I politic because I've met a couple of the quote-unquote elite, whether it be because I've had on people that you don't like and they have some opinion, so you reflect that on me. So you form an opinion and you don't like me, and that's okay. You cannot like me. there's a lot of people who don't like me, and whether it be on here or in my personal life that don't like me. That's okay. You don't have to like me. I don't try to make you love me. But, and I don't say this as a way to say for you guys to stop, because I don't expect you to. But do you really think saying that stuff accomplishes anything? All that accomplishes is eventually at some point, sooner or later, people get sick and tired and they turn off the anonymous option on their Ask FM. So you saw, I had enough. I was like, I could have kept going with responding to it and making it a joke and whatever, but I had enough of it being in my inbox. I didn't want to wake up every day and go see that, yet again, I got cancer wished on myself. Yet again, my family gets insulted. Yet again, my face is insulted. I don't need that every day. So I turned off anonymous. And then when you were like, oh, shit, what are you going to do? Just go put it on his friend's walls, because he'll see that. And he did. And
oh my god, I have a whole fucking rant about this.
And for what? Because I honestly have this question. What do you expect them to say? Like, or do you expect them to go, yeah, you know what? Shawn really does deserve cancer. Like, oh shit. And
totally.
It's like, it's so, oh god. And you what do you expect saying on my friend's walls? And I know you do it just so I would see it. And you do it to the point where some of them are like, all right, I have enough. I'm turning off this anonymous option. Or they just don't answer it or whatever. And it's so stupid. And then you go and start hating my friends because they're friends with me, and you're like, I'm going to say this about this person. It's like, come on. You're pathetic. You're absolutely pathetic. You just need to leave. And I have my theories.
I know who it is.
You can go ahead.
I know who it is. I will say right now. I don't mean to steal thunder from you.
Sorry.
No, Johnny.
Patrick Wayne, you are a fucking pathetic little ass kid, and you expect someone to. I've seen that fucking question, by the way, because I've seen all my friends like it. You expect someone who just basically flat out on their ass invited you over to come to SummerSlam, so all of us collectively could beat your ass, and then you went, you're gonna. Why the fucking ticket, you stupid motherfucker. You get so offended over the littlest shit. I thought Brett Harvinator was butthurt. You're a little butthurt little fucking bitch. You think we like to see this shit? I mean, really, half of the shit you say is a secondhand story that you heard from someone who said that shit because they were angry and probably didn't even know what the fuck they were even talking about. Mm-hmm. You, my friend, are the god of secondhand stories. You have no fucking knowledge of Socko, of myself, of AJ, of Nitro. No, you're just a little fucking cunt who got really mad over a goddamn video game. You started with Scott, and you moved your way up. Honestly, if I lived in England, I'd find your bitch ass. I'd kick your fucking ass. I'd film it, and I'd show it to all of your fucking family, if they even love you enough to even care. I said this a while back ago, dude. You are a sad, pathetic little man. And I stopped giving you attention, and you kept on doing it. And especially when you post something on Scott's wall and try to get me to send it, and then you pretend to be Christian Gary. One, I know it's not Christian Gary because I talked to him 2 weeks ago. Second of all, he doesn't call me Cash. Third of all, Gary knows nothing about my personal life whatsoever. Everything that you mentioned, I've mentioned to other people that you associate your bitch ass with. That or you stalk my Facebook wall, and if that's the case, dude, then you're pretty fucking creepy. You're sad, and quite honestly, I hope you get hit by a bus. I hope you get set on fire. I hope you spontaneously combust. I hope your penis falls off if you have one. And if you don't, I hope your vagina molds and turns inside out. Shang Tsung steals your soul. And honestly, I hope you do come to America. You get your broke ass some fucking money. Come to Orlando. I'll be there from August 20th all the way to September 6th. And if you're not there, you're the biggest fucking pussy out there.
Sure, he won't be there.
I know he won't be there because he's a little fucking bitch. Honestly, though, show up in Orlando. I'll hang your ass from a fucking roller coaster, dude. Fucking come at me now, dude. I'm sick of this bullshit. We're all sick of this bullshit. I'm speaking for everyone here, dude. You want to fucking do something, get out from behind the fucking screen, because if I was right in your face, I'd be saying this all, and then I'd deck you. Whore.
And this is why it's the season finale episode.
Yeah, see.
I will slit him from his asshole to his mouth, man. I don't give a fuck.
A full body Chelsea smile.
Let's lighten the mood. Connor the Crusher's dead.
I agree, though.
That's
I have
not
one final thought about this.
Go ahead.
Whoa.
See?
Hey, Cash. Tell him Satan.
Nah. He doesn't deserve Satan. He deserves Cthulhu up his ass.
Well, whatever was just said over the past few minutes, AJ Youngster would like to deny any involvement in this, and
he's just saying that because just like every black guy, they try to dip before anything happens.
If I had a kick button right now, no, I should have hosted this call. I knew I should have hosted this call. Whatever.
If you would have hosted this call, all this would be boring. You need us.
I don't need you.
Fight!
I'll gladly fight.
No,
Hey,
fight me. I'll kick your ass, and I won't. You know what?
You kick my ass in that ball, though.
In this society, I'd win.
Damn, I say I'm gonna kick one guy's ass. Now all of you guys want to fucking
guys aren't
fight.
Cash
Jesus
and Rudo.
Christ, man! This isn't fucking Call All Stars yet, man. Calm down.
No, I'll fight him and I'll win because I'm white, and in this society, black people lose.
Dude, you'll just go to jail for hate.
You ain't winning that poll, though.
Oh, you wanna?
Yeah, that's why I'm hosting this alone.
All right, Sako, you're not in this anymore. Get the fuck out.
No, wait. Okay,
I voted
in the show. We don't have enough time left in the show.
You gotta turn the lights off. You didn't pay the bill.
You know what? Anyway, we will go. We might as well go to the questions that I have on Ask If. I might as well go through all of these. For the Shawn Walsh Show, have you ever grapefruited your man?
no.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Andrew.
Oh my god. When this gets uploaded, we should link the video.
Dear God.
Okay, have that GIF playing over the video.
And with Bateman doing nothing, I don't know if this is addressed to me, whatever, it's been up for a week now, because I don't know who it's addressed to. With Bateman doing nothing in a long time and no longer a main eventer, should he retire in COH?
That is up to Justin Bateman. If you were asking my call character, he would say yes. If you were to ask me, that's entirely up to Justin Bateman. If Justin Bateman feels that the time is right to hang up the boots, then that's his prerogative. Justin Bateman has accomplished everything. He's the first world champion. He's had a feud with some accuracy that has been huge from the start and has done it again. And he's reached the point, he's reached his Chris Jericho status where he has, over the last season, he's been putting people over, doing the right thing, and by the way, I do thank Justin Bateman for the putting me over at Guerrilla Warfare. But if Justin Bateman feels the time is right, then that's certainly his prerogative. If he feels like he should go another year or so, if he wants to go all the way to whenever Travis calls it quits, that's certainly up to him. I won't complain.
Alrighty, let's see, I'm looking at more questions here. Zasako, talk about COH/AWF Clash of the Titans. How did the show and idea come together?
Oh, that's a cool question. It was Carroll who came up with the idea. Carroll, if I remember correctly, he offered the idea of doing a show, because, I mean, I think, like, me and you have talked about the idea of doing a show for the longest time, but it was just very little talk, nothing, like, super serious, and he was like, oh, why don't you do a show with COH? It'd be cool to do. We have guys that would be some great matches, and I think Chaz would do it. Chaz did the show I think the show was YWF, and I was like, okay. I asked Travis. Travis was for it, and unlike a certain someone's super shows in here, the COH and AWF Super Show took a matter of 3 weeks to create.
Yeah.
In 3 weeks, we went and we pitched the idea. We came up with a match card. We decided who was going to win. We came up with the arena, the theme song, the name. We submitted formulas because Travis is on 360. I'm on PS3. Within 3 weeks, we sent all the formulas to each other. We recorded all the matches. We edited the show. We commentated the show, and got it uploaded within 3 weeks from the initial call to offer the idea, which certain Danger Zone Wrestling show has yet to do. Some of them have taken like over a year or something.
Yeah, and everybody lived happily ever after. Next question. Let's see, what else do we have here? Cash would like to tell you, Satan.
God, it's some Ryan Dublin type shit.
One other question for the Shawn Walsh Show. Who's the best bastard inside of those 4 ropes? 4 sides?
Oh, dear God. Who's the best bastard? Me.
Okay. I think the question me and everybody else wants to know, how big is Batista's dick?
10 inches full.
And his question that nobody wants to know, how hard is Carol's dick?
I don't know, and I don't care. Even if I was talking to Carol every single moment of every single day, I would have absolutely no interest in the answer to that question.
To Shawn, have you ever masturbated with sandpaper?
I have not. That would be rather painful.
Yes, I remember high school.
Oh my God. I do not recommend anyone to do that. Unless you want to, of course.
I recommend it. Yeah.
You recommend it?
For the Shawn Walsh Show, does juice make sugar?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
It's like
shit!
sugar.
Ahmed Johnson!
To Shawn, who's more charismatic, me or AJ? I guess you can figure out who asked that.
I'm gonna go with me.
Well, swerve. To Shawn
Swerve.
Walsh, did AJ fall asleep yet? Ooh, I can't stand Jay.
Well, I don't know. When I was talking for a while, AJ might have taken a nap. I don't know.
You know what? Can't stand you people. Sako, first, who on your roster would you love to make AWF champion if you could right now?
That's a weird question because I'm pretty sure every person I make my champion, I want to make the champions. Wouldn't that spoil it? Like, you know who I want to be the AWF champion right now? I want Sean Riley to be the AWF champion. And in fact, I want Ben Hitman to be the world heavyweight champion.
Asking you shall receive. Second, fuck, marry, kill. Ben Hitman, Brock Manson, Tattoo Taker.
What the fuck?
I would take all 3 of them out to dinner.
I'm not answering. They're animated characters.
Answer it, damn it.
Third, what's it like knowing that your brother...
Oh.
I'm pretty sure you could guess what the third one was.
Wait, I didn't hear that. What was it?
What's it like knowing that your brother Owen...
Oh. I don't have a brother named Owen. So...
I can't even, in good faith, like, say the rest of that question.
My brother's dead.
Can I ask the question then?
No. Fourth, pick the perfect Survivor Series team of AWS to face Team WWE. Cena, Austin, Rock, Taker, HBK.
Oh shit. Okay, that's a tough team. Well, okay, so
Go back to answer the last question. I put time and effort into that.
What, in my brother's dead thing?
No, please. Just continue with the Survivor Series team.
Alright, wait, Taco, did you tell them what I told you this morning, by the way, speaking of which, about Bret Hart?
I did not. I will, though. So I need 5, right?
3 ain't enough.
Okay, so Ben Hitman, Tattoo Taker, Evan Rockville, Brock Manson, and... shit. Okay,
Daniel, maybe?
JMI because Carol will bitch. It's not
Daniel is dead, AJ.
Hardy!
I'm gonna go with one of the people that has been working with CWF. I don't know if he's employed yet, but Ray Geddes. Because if my team doesn't win, then the fans will complain. Ooh, yeah, I have to win.
Speaking of Ray Geddes, we might as well go right into the name association. Ray Geddes.
Ray Geddes, old Raging Red.
No, you could be better with your transitions.
You know what? I got the 50% vote, not you.
Ray Geddes, alrighty. Ray's cool. Ray's really cool. Me and Ray, like, I've heard about the Raging Redneck since last year, but I was like, I didn't like, he's from CCO. But me and Ray, we talked earlier this year, and it was just simply because Ben Hitman had a Call All Stars first round match on a CCO web match, and Ray really liked the back history on Ben Hitman, and he messaged me and he let me know that he was going to cut a promo on Ben Hitman just cause, and I was like, oh yeah, cool. And I offered the idea. I was like, hey, if this picks up some steam, maybe we can take it and do a match. And he was like, oh yeah, we'll see. And it's funny because this really taken off. But me and Ray, ever since then though, have talking a lot. We've become pretty good friends. He really likes the Shawn Walsh Show, and we've gotten along. We agree on a lot of things, and when it comes to this stuff, we've had each other's back whenever all this shitstorms have come, mostly due to some of the stuff I've done, but yeah, Ray's a pretty good friend. He's a guy I really got to know this year, but he's a cool dude, and you don't want to piss him off because he'll whip your ass. Next.
Caleb Blair.
Oh, God, Caleb Blair. Well, I did beat him on that episode of CWS Warzone. So, he's a loser. But Caleb Blair, a.k.a. Cash, is a guy I have known since 2009. He's been a friend of mine since the beginning and all the way to this day. And despite everything we've been through, oh my God, we've been through a lot. This is the one guy who we've always had each other's back. We've always been friends, and I feel that if it wasn't anything before that was going to stop it, there's nothing now. And it's really cool because also Cash also finds a way to predict my shows. Hate it. So I gotta make things more challenging. He's also a guy who I can trust going to an opinion on for call stuff, because believe it or not, despite how much better I have gotten in call, there are still times where I actually question things and don't know how people see. So like I know, like, when I do something, if I go to Cash and Cash says that, like, he likes it and it's good, I know it's good. I trust his opinion on that kind of stuff. And also, too, me and Carol obviously have had great chemistry as a tag team, but in just general chemistry, there's been no one I've had better chemistry with, and anyone who's seen our feud or listened to us commentate knows this to be true. No one I've had better chemistry with than Cash. It's funny. I love commentating with Cash because it's so much fun. We don't even need to know anything. You could just bring us on, and we'll just figure it out. And it starts off fine, and it just works. It's just something, I don't know what it is, but we just click when it comes to commentary or a feud. Like, it's at the point, like, you could bring us in a show and just be like, all right, you guys feud. Boom. Easy money right there. We don't even have to be Caleb Blair and Shawn Walsh. It could just be Andrew could probably come to me and be like, all right, Sean Riley is going to fight Corey Chambers. Complete different gimmicks, and I believe it just still worked.
Funny you mentioned Andrew. Fisk.
Oh, jeez. Andrew. Well, he's an oddball. No, but Andrew is someone who apparently, when I first met him, I apparently insulted him on the CWS page. I didn't know this. Apparently I did. But he didn't. He doesn't deserve a U.S. title shot. Andrew is someone who, where I met, I'd known him for a couple years, but I really didn't get to talk to him till about the spring of last year. And it's funny, when I talked about when I interviewed him, I messaged him, I was like, you're gonna be my protege, because I found out he's younger than me. And I like that because I'm not the youngest, and not even Andrew's the youngest too.
You like him young?
I do like him young.
AJ Young.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. I like AJ. What do you think I was saying?
You and Ben Harvenator get along very well.
See, I'm 17, so I can do what I want. But I didn't like being the youngest. I like the fact that there are people younger than me, and when I found out, wow, there actually is someone younger than me in Andrew, I was like, shit, I can actually look and help build the CAW community for after me, because it was always everyone above me who was older was either, not as active or whatever. They weren't really the future of CAW. The future of CAW was me, and I'm like, even though I feel like an old man, that's the spot I'm at, I gotta go find next. Because no one else will, I guess I will. So, I found Andrew. And it was funny because Andrew, I got to know him, and I got to know him through all his fuck-ups. But it's all been worth it, because now my Andy Pandy has come into his own, and now he has learned from the best. I've passed down my knowledge to him, and now he's better off for it. And also, I enjoy talking to Andrew. Andrew's a good guy. Now, unfortunately, I have to put him over. So, although sometimes he can be a bit of a nerd, but when you can't get everything in life. I will say, though, I'm very proud of what he has learned, because many of other people would have given up under the pressure, but he didn't.
Especially with that grapefruit.
I know. Andrew, we should try that later.
Anyway, Canyon Phoenix.
I wouldn't take a scoop slam from that guy. Especially when it's a nearby table. Guess what? I'm losing. Up until about a couple months ago, was the most underrated guy in COH. And he's now finally starting to get a chance. Although he's randomly friends with rap metal, which rap metal, I guess it's better to have them by your side and have them I don't know. I really don't get. Why are you friends with them?
I never asked for this.
Why are you,
I have my problems with tag teams. I brought something I wish I didn't. I look what I've done. I guess rap metal's the new. I guess I can make Levi the new Lester.
Dear God. But Adam. One thing I like about Adam is he has come from the earlier days of CAW. He's watched the early days of CAW. So when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm not completely alone in that. There are some others, but I know Adam's seen a lot of early fantasy CAW, a lot of not just fantasy, original CAW, and he has a lot of even stuff that I don't know about CAW. It's easy because I can just go to Adam, and Adam usually knows. I like that, which is why, even though, despite the fact that Adam is often criticized for the viewership on his episode of the Shawn Walsh Show,
yeah,
it will still forever be one of my favorite episodes because it was just talking about CAW, and it was fun. Talking about the old days of CAW. It was really cool. Adam also is a very sick human being who makes death jokes about children and Owen Hart and Brett.
Hey, listen, I'm getting over a cold. I'm not that sick anymore. It's okay.
Oh, my God. Oh. And he also is someone who I'll give him credit where credit is due. He has taken a fantasy call, which is usually nowadays, although it's a little bit more popular than it was last year, where it's not as popular as it used to be, and it's gotten some people who aren't really into fantasy to like fantasy. So I give him credit for that. That's pretty cool.
Okay, next name on the list, Shawn Stasiak.
Meat? Well, I mean, I guess he was okay for that one match with Kurt Angle. I mean, that was one good to come out. We got Kurt Angle. That's about it.
Ultimate Nitro.
Oh, Nitro's cool. Nitro is really cool.
No, you take that back. You were a hater. This man is against gay people.
No. Not at all. Nitro is really cool.
You what, Nick?
Oh my! Besides the fact that, I mean, his Australian accent, that's pretty rad. And also, he knows Australian stuff. So if I need an Australian question, I just go to Nitro. And Nitro, I know, and lately me and him have been talking more than we have. We got some cool stuff. Talked some AWF stuff. I know me and him, especially ever since the whole thing was the whole Rookie of the Year shit. I mean, me and him talk more. He's just a really cool guy. He's got some cool opinions on things, and he's just fun. You know, a lot of people have struggled to have fun and really like enjoy life and whatever. I feel like Nitro doesn't have that. He's just a fun person.
Okay.
It would be nice though if he could like fix his time zone. It's broken. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, the other day, dark outside. I look, somehow he had the sun. I didn't get it.
Let's jump for Australia time.
It's called time zone.
Everywhere in the world, it is 2:10 in the morning right now.
Yeah. Well, at least here it is.
Everywhere in the world.
All right.
J-Crack.
All right. Jay, I mean, you'll get this from everyone, is hilarious. Jay, and hilarious in the fact that Jay can say some very disgusting things, but it's still funny. And also, Jay can get away with that because it's Jay. Jay himself is really underrated. Like he's very highly praised for his comedy, and I don't think he gets enough credit for his serious work, and I don't think he gets enough credit for how he applies his comedy. And I'm hoping with this new singles run COH that he really gets to showcase that, and people get to see that. I said it earlier, that promo he cut with Travis on the last Battleground, it was just one thing at the beginning of the show. In my opinion, it was the best part of the show. And I really enjoyed it. And I think Jay's extremely underrated by that. And also, Jay, for someone who has a rep that is very comedy and whatever, Jay is someone who I've at least, you know, had the ability, if something's going on with like me, I go to Jay, and I have gone to Jay and for things that have gone on, and you know, sometimes Jay doesn't feel like he's doing all he can to help, but Jay's a good person to go to with that kind of stuff, and I thank him for that. And also, you know, Jay helps out keeping all you stray in line, when sometimes I struggle.
Travis Sparks.
Awful waffle. Travis is by far one of the best things I've ever brought into AWF. He's insanely hilarious with his promos and just him in general. Like when he's in the Skype call, when he comes in here and he'll just argue with someone just for no reason at all and just start yelling. It's so funny. And he's a real cool guy, and it also really cool that when Adam and Steve and Travis were going to go meet up. It's really cool that he decided that he came to my house and he picked me up and he took me there so I could go hang out with everyone. That was really cool on his part. And he's just a really cool guy. He's always had my back. He's always supported me, and I know he's a big fan of the show, and that's pretty cool. So. And I give him a lot of credit for dealing with some of the things he had to deal with in COH. That's tough. Next.
Steven Syntax.
Oh God, Steven. Well, Steven.
The Bay.
Steven is one of those people who a lot of people are probably like, who's that, mate? Well, Steven is someone I've known since 2009, and I still talk to this very day. In fact, I talked to him earlier. Steven, he's a cool guy. He doesn't give much fucks. He just kind of meh about life in general.
He's probably not even gonna watch this.
No, I guarantee you he won't even hear this.
Oh, alright.
You should also, if for people who know Steven are like, oh, Steven's still alive, you should go see the IW. It still exists. A show comes out like every 8 months, but hey, you can give it a check out. Dungeon just came out. I was on commentary. Steven's someone who I can talk to. Like I can talk to Steven because I know some people struggle with like talking to someone like just one-on-one for a very long period of time, and Steven is someone who I have always, well, maybe not in the beginning because I was quiet in the beginning, but at least now I've talked to him for hours, just me and him, and whether it be, sometimes it's just us going over stuff, sometimes it's just whatever, just shooting the shit, something I tend to do.
Not on my show.
Whatever.
That's gross.
I'll shoot whatever shit I want.
That's nasty.
And he also has the very interesting, witty things to say that I know other people have themselves, have found it upon themselves when he says certain things to, whether it be on an accident or on purpose, end up saying it in like school or whatever, which confuse some people because they don't get the British lingo.
Holidays, man.
Holidays. That's funny. You get you got like made a thing of that now. I remember back in 2009 where like I was so confused when he was like, "Oh, I'm going on a holiday," and I'm like, "What do you mean you're going on a holiday? That's just like you're going on Christmas?"
Fucking holidays, man.
But
faggots.
Chicken burgers.
In the UK, a holiday is a vacation.
Fucking the cops came to his house.
Chicken burgers.
I learned a lot of world history from Steven. Oh.
And speaking of history, we went to the back history of this group specifically, the Vivian verse.
The Vivian verse. Oh, they can go fuck themselves. They ruined a lot of things, and it's just fine, whatever. I've created things and helped things that have replaced it, so they can go fuck themselves.
Okay. The sweet giant Lord A-Train Bernard.
What the fuck? Well, he's a cool trainer in NXT. I think he's doing a lot of good work. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Nate the Great.
Really good on promos. I can say right now I'd put him as the top babyface, and I'll say that because everyone has these lists on Ask FM for the top order. And I'm just gonna say this on a side note. For people going Lester than AJ, it's the other way around. That's besides the point. With Nate the Great, he's the top face. I think he's doing some really cool stuff right now with the Goonie. I think this is his best stuff since the feud with Alex. Not the one where they fought right at Rumble, but when they fought at Ultimate Glory. And I think from a call standpoint, he's doing really well right now. I watched CWS and I watched Warzone and I watched the Saturday Night Main Event thing. I enjoyed it. There's some things that I wasn't a big fan of. I understand what he's going for the show. I wasn't a big fan of the whole Nathan Roberts promo, but I didn't like some of the things he said and some of the things he said over and over. But I think for Nate, I think he's doing good, and I really hope that he does actually stick with this. And I understand he's going through some issues right now with his PS3. So hopefully it doesn't hinder too much, because Nate has a thing where he's got a good thing going, but something always happens in CWS or whatever the show is that at the time goes on a hiatus, and it's a shame. I just really hope that when he does with this, if it does work out, don't get too crazy with it, because sometimes Nate has the tendency to go a little crazy with it and go what he finds funny or what some people on Skype find funny, and I think that really hurts the show. If he just takes it and he just keeps going with it and consistent good shows, I think he'll be fine. In regards to Nate, I haven't had a problem with him, and it's no secret we've had our issues. I haven't had an issue with him as of late, like this year, so I have no reason to bash him. So my apologies for people hoping I do so.
Can I interject real quick?
Yes, you may.
About those lists that were on Ask, you bringing up that Nate is technically the top babyface for Battleground.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree, and this is coming from also a babyface in the work.
Yeah.
I saw people putting rap metal.
Oh my God, those lists!
As number one, and I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
You people are stupid. You have no dick. What the fuck kind of half mentally retarded autistic child
Jesus Christ
to put something like that as number one? This isn't an insult to rap metal or Brandon Ross, but what the fuck kind of stupid bullshit you kind of spit here? I understand it's favoritism, this and favoritism, that, but if this is like a legit question that you're trying to put in a legitimate state, then you're fucking it up wrong with, because you're also getting fucked second Tuesdays. You know? You're not doing the right shit, man. Stupid. And stupid. Fucking autism, man. I hate people that are retarded.
Oh, alright, next.
M Accuracy, aka Steve, however you want to put it.
Alright, Steve's cool. I've met up with Steve twice in the same week, by the way, and I'm looking to do so next month. I'm sure all of you are going to probably be hearing about that soon.
Circle fucker.
Yeah, I'm looking to get a bigger push. Maybe be more.
We're all gonna just blow each other in a New York subway. It's gonna be great. Come on by, you get a free hot dog. Just not the kind of hot dog you think.
It'll be sexy. But yeah, he's cool. He's got some good ideas. I like the M Accuracy gimmick. I think that's really cool. I know he talks to the Patriot, and
they live together.
Yeah, so like. But if I have to go talk with Patriot, it's nice to just go to Steve and handle that. So it's a real convenience. It's cool. I like Patriot. Not too big on Gluteus. I know he's in that boat as well. I like Victor Heaven in AWF. I think I like the gimmick. I like the look. I like the storyline. That's on my part, but I think that's really cool. I like the promos that he's cut for it. I thought he did really good with that. I like his I really like just Steve's work that he's done in other shows too, whether it be in CWS, Steve Parkinson, or Steve Maverick in DZW. I really think he has a full understanding of what he wants to accomplish with the character, and he does it. He's a cool guy to talk to. I mean, some people can say like, maybe he has an ego, and maybe he does, but, and I'm not saying this as a way to defend him, but he's been very successful, so I can understand it.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, AJ Young.
The weakest AJ.
Nigger, well, that was a good show. Alright. Okay. Fine.
No, that's good enough.
I'll say more. Alright, well, AJ, just like a couple of the people, I have known AJ since 2009. It's weird because when I was in the YWO, I wanted to do my own group, and I was like, hey, AJ, who's doing Ace Championship Wrestling, that's an interesting way to do call where it's just text on the screen. And I was like, hey, Charisma Angel 18, you want to do this? And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, and we did that. And AJ was the one who actually, did stuff for that group, and me and him became friends, and I sold him on going to the YWO because he was like, I don't know, and I was like, yeah, you should. And because I did that, before I even was like, hey, Nate, you should bring these guys in, he went and he did it himself after I said you should, and he got to meet the Nate and NWO and all these plethora of people and Cash and tons of people. And so it was cool, and then he got to know everyone. And I know, although there was a time where was it maybe 2011, where AJ was like, I don't know. AJ was like, it's almost like, I felt like then he kind of forgot that, like, I got to, we talked first, and it was like, oh, so I'm gonna be Nate's sidekick. But it changed, especially with the Revolution story, because then me and him got to talk more again, and he's been one of my closest friends, him being right here. And I know when it comes to certain things, like when things would be weird with, say, Carroll, who I wouldn't be, like right now, like if I want to go to Carroll, well, I'd go to AJ, and now AJ's kind of taken that place of Carroll. So, in both that and the booking team, by the way. AJ's pretty cool. Also, I give AJ a lot of credit because a lot of racist things are said, as you can see in this show.
Yeah.
A lot of N-words dropped. A lot of racist things, whether it be in Skype calls or just in call in general. And AJ could be like how some people are, and at the slightest drop of a racist slur or whatever, and get extremely offended. But he doesn't. He's just kind of like, it's whatever. I mean, when it does reach a point where it's like, all right, you need to like calm down. Like, I know there's a point like on Call of Duty page where like people are going crazy with it, and it was
and then like it's like the thing is like if it's on a public setting like on Facebook, that's when it starts to get like really OD because
right,
like it's out in public for everyone to see. I mean, like this podcast is, but. It's basically like after a while you forget it's a podcast, like basically like a normal everyday call.
Mhm. And I give AJ a lot of credit for that because some people have not done the same. They get easily offended by it, and he just doesn't get offended by it. And
see me, I just fire back.
Exactly. See, it works. Also, AJ, despite the fact that AJ calls a champion, despite the fact that he's Oh, so did you know Lester Barkley beat the DZW World Champion AJ Young? Despite the fact that he's very well accomplished and he's been successful in the shows, I really do think that AJ is still, with all that, extremely underrated. I don't think he gets enough credit for his promos. It comes off a lot more natural than a lot of people's work. I think AJ knows what works for him, and he uses it to his advantage. Whereas, I mean, some people have used like he'll use like sports references, and sometimes some people can say, oh, he does that too much. But I don't see anyone else doing that, and I think AJ pulls it off really well. So AJ knows what works for his character, and he does it very well, which is why that I've had no problem. Because obviously, I think everyone knows I have a say in where that Collinsworth Championship goes, which is why I've had no problem keeping that belt on AJ for this period of time. So that I will give him the credit for.
Alrighty, well, I guess that just about wraps up what has been an extremely long season finale podcast.
I can take a nap now.
Porch month.
I will kill
It's okay,
Adam
he's bringing
once
it back.
I turn off the recording. But, nonetheless, this has been an extremely long edition of the Shawn Walsh Show. We've answered questions about basically everything in the book. Any further questions you could send on Ask FM. I know that Sako will probably be getting a lot of questions on Ask FM.
Well, I don't know. I have the anonymous option off, so they're probably scared to.
So we'll be getting a lot of questions on Ask FM about Sako.
I'll probably get some about me being racist.
Yeah.
I'll probably get a lot about me because I fucking talk shit about a little skinny little 18-year-old cunt who wants to open his mouth.
I mean, Adam, you did just say porch monkey.
I also did just...
It's okay, he's taking it back.
But
You mentioned things about, like, people with cancer, people's dead relatives. Like, you are just a horrible human being.
Oh, he didn't say anything directly about Owen Hart.
Make sure everyone...
Yeah, because I interrupted.
Hold on, let me get it.
No.
My brother is dead. Time of the crusher is dead. I'll keep going.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Anyway.
I think we're good there. Also, don't forget people. Don't forget.
Steroids.
Well, that's true.
Send that stuff to Andrew about giving the belts to his friends.
Yeah, that too.
Also, too, I can't think of a better way to end this very long season finale of the Shawn Walsh Show.
Oh no.
Then by canceling the show?
Yeah, baby.
I'm not canceling this show.
All right.
No, we got renewed for season 2.
Oh, bullshit.
YouTube sent me an email this morning.
Really?
Yeah, they're like,
Oh.
you've been renewed for season 2 of the Shawn Walsh Show. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I got good connections with YouTube.
This shit's going downhill next season.
Speaking of next season, though,
Oh.
can't think of a better.
Peek.
Huh?
Sneak peek?
Yes.
Ah.
I have a little teaser prepared for everyone, so what you can look forward to for season 2 of the Shawn Walsh Show. So let's air that right about now.
I flagged H9 New Able.
What's up, guys? This is Shawn Walsh of the Shawn Walsh Show, and we just had our season 1 finale, and what a finale it was. I told you guys from day 1 that I was here to shoot the shit, and I wasn't afraid of any controversy, and I believe in 22 episodes I showed that to be the truth, whether it be from day 1 interviewing Lester Barkley when he had his critiques of the booking of Ultimate Glory, whether it be having Ryan Carroll on the show to address his thoughts on the bookings, and also give some critiques on Ray Geddes, which the Ray Geddes fans absolutely love. They loved it so much they gave me 28 dislikes. It's a true fact, by the way. Whether it be having on J-Crack and Caleb Blair to address their previous drama, that was interesting. Whether it be having the first ever video cast of the Shawn Walsh Show, having on the Alex Enterprise and M Accuracy, and an awesome 2-part for the Shawn Walsh Show. It was a really cool experience. Much more to come. You'll hear more in a few. Whether it be having on the man himself, the Raging Redneck Ray Geddes, out of character. Whether it be having on D-Wall of DCA to address DCA Revelations. That was an interesting one. Whether it be having on Rap Metal to go up against the egotistical bastards in one of the most controversial and epic debates in all of Call Wrestling, which helped resolve our beef, by the way. Whether it be having myself on as a guest, or whether it be some of the stuff I said throughout the season, whether it be addressing Stefan Guerrero winning Rookie of the Year, whether it be saying stuff about Brent Harvinator or Burb, whoever the hell it may be, I've said some controversial things. But we're just getting started. What if I told you there were more guests that can be on the Shawn Walsh Show? More guests like Brandon Wolf. More guests like CCL's Eddie Mack. Whether it be CWS's Nate the Great. Whether it be, for the first time ever, a female guest on the Shawn Walsh Show. Did you know Evan O'Shea was voiced by a woman? Well, you know that now, and she's going to be on Season 2 of the Shawn Walsh Show. We're going to have returning guests. You want to hear more from Adam Jackpot? Well, Adam Jackpot's coming back. So is Travis Sparks. Who else is coming back? You'll have to stay tuned. Did you enjoy our episode where we reviewed Ultimate Glory 4? You thought that was just a one-shot deal? No. We have more. There's going to be more reviews. Perhaps here are thoughts on events such as the big one, or Call All-Stars 7, or any other big events that could be going on. You're going to hear that in Season 2 of the Shawn Walsh Show. You remember earlier I talked about that episode of the Shawn Walsh Show, the video cast, was the Alex Enterprise and accuracy. It's an interesting thing, a cool experience. What if I were to tell you that there's going to be more? That there's going to be another video cast, another special edition of the Shawn Walsh Show with a whole panel of guests on video? What if I were to tell you that's gonna happen? You have to stay tuned to more information. And also don't forget to send your questions, AskFM/Shawn Walsh 105 for all episodes of the Shawn Walsh Show, or just to ask me questions. I'd like to thank all of you for watching Season 1 of the Shawn Walsh Show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Whether you agreed or disagreed, I hope it was worth your time, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys come back for Season 2, because I have so much more planned. When is Season 2? I can't give you an exact date, but I can tell you August 2015. We will be back. Stay tuned to Facebook, whether it be the Call All Stars Facebook page, facebook.com/CallAllStars, or the Call Shoot page, or my Facebook, for more updates in regards to the date in which the Shawn Walsh Show will be back for Season 2. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.